Okay, so let's start by recording your current swing. So hit the ball when I say go. Ready, go. So one more from this direction. Ready, go. Go. So let's see what you're doing. I like your final posture at the top of backswing. Mm-hmm. You have a good amount of wrist cock, and then the club is going almost horizontal. Your left arm is fairly well extended, but the backswing is too slow. With that, if you look at on the way down, mm-hmm. your lower body is not doing much. And essentially, it's an arm-driven swing here. But your finished position is really good. So, could it be an easy day? Mm-hmm. So, what I'll just do is increase the dynamics of your swing. Okay. So, by using the step drills.
All right.
Okay. So, let's go from there. So, first, we'll start with the two-step swing drills. Okay. And so we have 3 stages, as you know. Stage 1 with both feet together, mm-hmm. and then throw the club toward the target, and then take this away step, mm-hmm. and then during the backswing, take the toward the step, and then let it go. Okay. So let's feel the overall rhythm. You don't have to swing hard. So feet together, and then you will take steps both ways. So throw first the club to the target. Yes. Yeah, that's it. Again. Mm-hmm. Again. And this time, the first step was late. Mm-hmm. So one important rule here is both ways. In a given direction, you will have the step first. Once you finish the step, then start rotation. Okay. So both ways.
All right.
Yeah. So in other words, when you throw the club this way, this is the trigger motion. Mm-hmm. When you throw it this way, then you will take the step. After the right foot touches down, then you start the backswing turn. Yes, that's better. That's better. And then as you move, generally keep your gaze on the tip of the tee.
Both ways.
Yeah. Okay. So what should happen is when you turn this way during the backswing, your face will turn perhaps maybe 45 degrees, but still you have to maintain this peripheral vision over your ball. So do not move your head entirely here or here. Okay. Okay? So try to keep the gaze on the ball. Both feet together. Yes, very good. So now, this is good. So this time we'll just increase the speed. Okay. Okay? So have a good active trigger, mm-hmm. the active backswing, and the active downswing. So what happens is the active trigger will promote active backswing, mm-hmm. and the active backswing will promote active downswing. Okay. So if you do the trigger motion correctly, then everything will follow.
All right. So I don't have to think about it.
Yeah. Just to give a good active trigger. So active motion means it should be reasonably large in magnitude, and also it should be reasonably fast. So try to make it really fast. Again, so imagine a piñata in front of you, and when you swing hard and break it, everything inside is yours. Okay. The trigger motion was too cautious. Just to let it go. Throw and then bring it back and then let it go. If you do the trigger cautiously, then the backswing becomes cautious. Everything follows. Still it was a bit too cautious. So you have to actually throw and then bring it back and then let it go. And then particularly during the backswing, try to put a lot of effort in the wind-up part. Again, swing hard, swing really fast. See how fast you can go. Now this time the trigger was short and in a hurry. So when you cut it short, then backswing is also short, and then you will rush down. So while it is you elaborate on the trigger motion, it should be reasonably big, so you should be able to use your body. And then from there, you have an active wind-up. Yeah, currently your trigger is too cautious. Let it go, let it go. Now, that's good, but the timing of the first step was late. Yes, that's good. That's good. Again, give me that kind of swing. Again, give me 5 of those. The best way to practice is repeat. Yeah. One thing I see in your pattern is that before you start, your body is too quiet. That means that you don't know when to start. It looks like you don't know when to start. So relax and then just relax and then move the body a little bit, and then start the trigger motion. No need to stand still like this. So what's important is not the stable setup position, but rather how you break out of the stable setup position. That means that you should be able to prepare your body so that you can easily break out of the static posture and then start the trigger motion. Again. That's good. Have you taken any lessons recently?
Yes.
So what was the main thing you did in the lesson?
The main lesson, I regrip the club. I was gripping in these positions. Now I'm gripping like this. And the other thing was to take the club away on the backswing, more connected. One piece take away because I was rolling my hands like that. So I was practicing
That's so good.
rolling like that.
Now, did you do anything about keeping the upper body back during the downswing?
No, nothing.
So then it's a sort of a natural thing you're doing.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that's one thing we need to work on. Currently, the reason why your impact is not consistent is because so during the backswing you are here. On the way down, you pretty much stay back here, try to swing the club like this. And with that, you lose the connection. Instead of go here and then shift your body a little bit and then let it go. So you have good gaze on the ball. What you're doing is the backswing position is really good, but from here, you keep your upper body leaning backward the entire downswing. That's why it's hard to hit the ball correctly. Once you guide the club here and then the other impact, if you lean backward, this is okay to maintain good dynamic balance.
After the
Yeah, but if you, from the beginning, if you try to hit the ball like this, it's hard to keep the impact point. So in order to solve the problem, what you need to do is during the backswing, so the throw, and then when you bring the arms back, as the arms and the club go this way, try to lean the body slightly this way here. Okay, and then gaze the ball over your left shoulder. So here, in this position, and then bring it down here. As you bring it down, now you have a direct gaze here. And as you hit the ball, then lean backward. So it's important to reach to this reverse pivot position at the top. This time, instead of swinging hard, let's just try to feel the movement pattern. So, yeah. So when you reach the top position, you try to lean your upper body this way. Yeah, more. So for you, it will be like a really awkward posture, but to me, this is perfect. This is perfect. So in other words, you have to put your shoulder in this way, but lean this way. Yeah, almost like that. So throw the club this way, and then as you bring it back, if you use the momentum of the arms and club, let the arms and club go, and then in order to maintain good balance, you have to lean your body, upper body, this way slightly.
okay.
Yes. And also, after you hit the ball, in the follow through, no need to keep the head always like this. When you let it go, then later you can just keep more upright finish position at the end. So you don't have to keep your head leaning that way all the time. And then stand. Yeah, so you intentionally try to keep your head position there. So your swing goes like this. But if you just move the body and let it go, so as you swing here, your head will be leaning this way, but at the end, try to come up with a more upright posture. So no need to intentionally manufacture this position here. So let it go, and then naturally you'll have more upright posture here. Throw the arms and club this way. Okay, so let it go. That's better. That's better. Now you are letting it go. Letting it go. So who cares what your end position is? As long as you let the clubs, let the club and hands go, swing, and after that you just reach a comfortable position. So during the downswing, let it go, and then see how your body moves after that. Yes, now you are letting it go. This is good. So again, here you have a big piñata, okay, with a lot of treasures, and then try to swing hard. And then make sure just all you need to pay attention is your top position, leaning slightly toward the target. Okay. So overall, your swing is too cautious. So just let it go. Just try to swing hard. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about the shape or whether it's really touching the tee. Okay. This time you just let it go. Put your maximum effort and see how it goes. Yeah, again, so try to swing hard. We need to. So you have a shell here. You need to break out of this shell because there's a lot larger world waiting for you. Okay. So no need to have really manufactured nice looking swing. Instead, let it go. So throw your arms and the club toward the target. Yes. Again, so you have a good active throw initially. So try to have good wind-up during the backswing by using active trigger. Good wind-up, and let it go. So just unleash it. Yes, you can do it. You can do it. Just Currently, your right hand is just holding the club like this. Try to keep your index finger like this. It'll give you better control.
More on top.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. And then see if you can lift it up. Yeah. So this will give you freedom in your wrist. But again, good trigger motion. Active trigger motion, and try to have a faster backswing. Now, in order to make the faster backswing intentionally, what you did was use your arm here and then try to pull it. No, so you still use the body. You should have enough time here. Don't rush. Have good motion and a good tempo here. With that, try to have active backswing. So wait here until this motion is completed. Do not try to change the direction forcefully. So when you throw the club this way and wait until this rotation is done, and then start bringing it back actively. Again. So make the motion continuous. It's not well connected. So as if like you go here and waiting, then going. So make everything continuous, like flowing motion. Yeah, still the main thing is when you start the trigger motion, your body posture is too still. So you're standing like this, and then try to start here. But instead, let your body prepare for this. For that, your body can move a little bit and then throw. Your legs should feel the rhythm and then throw. So up, up, and then let it go. Instead of standing here and then try to go here. So when you stand here and then try to turn, you can only spin. But before you throw, you have to have some shift, weight shift. So you have to move your body a little bit and then go. So do not start from really a still posture. Okay. It just makes me really nervous when I see you, preparing the shot. Oh, when is it going to start? I cannot read it from your body gesture. Okay, so that means that your body is too still. Yeah. So the whole thing is a flow motion. So when you have a good rhythm, even you can swing back and forth many times. Okay, swing, swing, and then go, and swing. So this is what's important here is the flow, And also when you do the trigger motion, turn your body instead of just moving. Yeah. And then it doesn't have to be just spinning. It doesn't have to be if you just spin like this, then it goes flat here. So it should be more turn like this. Then that means you see your pelvis is moving this way. It's also opening. So try to keep this good shoulder plane here, and then move the club like this, and then bring it back. Okay. Instead of from here to try to spin this way. Okay. So imagine you have this shoulder plane here, and then from here, try to move the shoulder along this plane. So throw, bring it back, and then let it go. Okay, again, so three hard swings. The first step was late. So now in a given direction, you have a step first, and then followed by turn. So these are separated. But when you change direction, so this turn is going, and then you can start the shift. So when you change the direction, the turn, end of the turn, and then you shift this way or step this way, they can be overlapped. Okay. Yeah. So in one direction, we have a shift and turn separated. It's called the shun rhythm, shift turn rhythm. But when you change the direction, the end of this turn and then this shift can be overlapped. So essentially, we have overlapped shun cycles. Okay, so
stepping late on the right side, to the right side.
So you can go a bit earlier, but if you go late, then what happens is as you step, you are already turning. Okay? So if you actually shift early, then what happens is as this is still going this way, you're already shifting this way. That is okay, because then this turn and this shift will be overlapped. But once you start turning, and then if you shift, then that step is late. Okay. Yeah. So, but I think you can do it. It's not a problem. But the only thing is that when you start, you can have an easier start by moving the body better. So give me three maximum effort swings. Yes, still, I think you're starting from this static position. That's why it's hard to start, because you need to find the right timing. Okay? So again, easy, and then try to move your body. Do not just fix it. No, the trigger motion is too slow. It's because you are standing, just standing, so it's hard to start the motion. If you just stand here, have equal weight, both sides, it's hard to start. So in order to have a good start, you have to use your lower body, and then you have to create a mechanical environment in which you can easily start this turn. So you have to let your body move easily, more comfortably, instead of from this position here. Sometimes you have, wrong step. It's because your body doesn't know how to start this. You're having equal weight sharing here, and then you're doing this, but your body doesn't know how to start this nicely. But rather, if you have sort of a little bit of lower body action, similar to a stepping, then it's easy to start, because you will use your lower body. So try to have a little bit of a vertical motion, up and down motion. With that, you can have a better way of starting the trigger motion.
Like this?
Yeah. Still, the trigger motion is too peaceful. Here. So go, bring it back, and then swing. So this is overall rhythmic motion. This is a part of the entire rhythm. So push, push, and then swing. Push, push, and swing. So this is very much a part of the whole thing. And then the time you spend here will be really meaningful for what the time you spend here, and then also in the downswing. But your trigger is almost starting from static posture. Make it more dynamic, so you can really take advantage of the trigger motion and have active backswing. So now, just to try to swing hard, both all directions. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Again, swing hard in all directions. Yes, and then during the backswing, give a more wind up. Yes, that's good. So keep doing this. So now you have a really active trigger. Uh-huh. So, yes. So I will record now when I say go, and then take the swing. Ready, go. Okay, ready, go. All right, so let's see the flow of motion. Very manufactured motion. You go here and then try to swing like this.
It's like I'm looking for positions instead of making a...
Very cautious here.
Yeah.
Because you want to reach certain positions, and then from there you want to swing. But now, this has a better flow. Yeah. So, and then if you look at the down the line view, so when you start the downswing, you will see your head motion. Go up, go up here, and then your head drops this way slightly, and then start the downswing. You see? This is your original swing. Always the head drops this way first, and then you start the downswing. Now let's see here what's happening. So it's less, because the whole motion is connected. So you don't have this motion and then try to go down. So, okay, so this is stage 1. Now let's move on to stage 2. In stage 2, we'll eliminate the first step. So maintain reasonable stance here. If this is your normal stance, then bring the left foot slightly in so that you can take the second step here, but no first step. Okay. The rest should be the same. Again, good trigger motion. Yeah, now because taking the step is so natural, so your right foot try to take the step, right?
Yeah, sorry.
But this time you will have to just push the ground well, and then only take the left step. Lifting the heel is okay. When you throw this way, lifting this heel slightly is okay. Yeah. Yes. All right. That's too cautious. You keep good throw. Again. Yeah, still your trigger is too cautious. So make it more rigorous. Again. Okay, this time on the way down, using your body and try to swing really fast. See how fast you can go. Using good wind up, and then try to swing really fast in the downswing. Yeah, use your body, using your body, and then let it go. And then you have to, in doing that, if your head drops this way, and then swing, your gaze leaves the ball, so it's hard to keep your gaze on the ball. So remember, at the top, if you're actually leaning slightly this way, your head is also leaning this way, but the face is turned this way slightly. So go to this position, and then as you come down, you'll be able to see where the ball is and let it go, and then lean. Yeah. So what really matters is the motion of the club head in golf swing. So you have to guide the club head so that it passes through where the ball is, right? So always your goal is to guide the club head and then pass this point here. So no matter what, that's the main task you have. So as you swing, make sure you have the body posture which will allow you to do that. Here, when you just swing like this, it may be good for, the pleasure of your body, but your goal is to move the club head through that spot, right? So it should be more, goal-centric swing. So now feel the motion of the club head. Make sure you bring the club head through that point. Okay. Okay. Now, the motion is good. Now try to emphasize. So on the way down, instead of just pulling this down and then let it go, instead of pulling it down and then let it go, try to shallow shallow the club, and then try to push the arms out instead of just pulling it down.
Instead of doing like this?
Instead of pulling all the way, initially you will just shallow the club, just drop it, and then try to push out. Push your arms and club this way. See how it goes. Try to push your arms and club this way. Again. This time the club head was too high, you missed the tip. Yeah, as you repeat the swing again and again, your overall rhythm improves, that's for sure. Because this is not something manufactured, but rather this is a natural movement. So the best way to practice is repeat the swing. So as you repeat, it becomes more natural. And then when you feel it really comfortable, that means you don't have any excessive motion, any manufactured motion. So again, 3 of those. Try to keep your gaze as long as on the ball as long as possible during the follow through. So you want to make sure whether your club head passes through that area. Yes. So this way you will be able to have consistent shots. While overall your motion pattern is good, but the bottom line is you have to guide the club head in such a way that it always passes through at this point here to have a consistent shot. So that's stage 2. Let me record this. So ready, go. Okay. Ready, go. Go. Okay, so let's see the flow. Yeah, now you at the top you have a little bit of a reverse pivot posture. Yeah. This is good. One thing you do really well is when you start the downswing, your back is toward the target. This is good. So and then bring it down this way more, using a shallower pad. That's good. Yeah. So. I think you have a lot better flow now.
It looks so different.
Yeah, very different. Because your backswing is first really slow, and then you gauge everything, and then, okay, I'm here, and then try to swing. And then also the head. Right before you start the downswing, your head first drops, and then try to go. Well, in stage 2. Yeah, so because it's a continuous motion, you don't really have time to do this and let it go. Okay, this is stage 2. Yes, now it's better. Even after a few swings, already you start using the shift. Yeah. So this is you know, once you feel this pattern, and you know what it is, then it's easy to do it because this is more or less a natural motion.
Without thinking about it.
Yeah. Whenever we try to turn really hard, we have to have this initial shift motion.
Yeah.
And then you are shifting the weight to the lead side and then turn. This is a lot easier. We have two points of contact here. And when you try to generate the turning motion by equally moving these hips forward, backward, it's hard. Then you have to engage both sides, right? But always when we try to turn, if you use one side more than the other side, it becomes easier. So when you shift it this way and then try to turn, you're mainly turning over this side.
It's steady.
So this side will do a lot of weight bearing. This side will move, freely move here.
So basically I'm pivoting on this, on this side.
And then turn. During the backswing, the opposite. So during the backswing, actually you're pivoting around the right side. So that way, because we have two hip joints here. And then when you try to rotate fast, and then if you try to move these equally, it's actually not a good idea. It's really awkward. You feel that it's really awkward. So,
I try that.
Yeah, when you have a good turn motion, then you always have to shift the weight to one side, and then mainly turning over that side, but the other side will move a lot. So during the backswing, as you load onto this side, it will still move backwards slightly, but this side moves forward more than the right hip moving backward. The same thing. During the downswing, when you turn this way, the left hip does a lot of weight bearing. Then the right side moves forward more. And the left side will move backwards slightly, but this is moving forward more. So always, so the weight bearing side will have a really large force acting on that side, but on the other side here, not much force. So you can easily move around. So you can generate turn easily. So that's why the weight shift is so important. Again, do the rope swing again. So having good shift and recentering, swing, yes, and then kick the left leg, yes, swing. When you have a downswing, shift it to the left side and then kick the left leg more actively. Swing. Swing, 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 and then I will record from this direction as well. Yes. So this is yours. So take both. This is the same construction.
Yeah. Same construction, so it's a little bit stiffer.
Yep.
That's what I found over there.
Yeah. All right. So it was perfect. It was an easy day for me.
Thank you, Dr. Kwan.